Besides our black market trading at Buka de Campo of Pokemon cards, but the last thing we're going to talk about is actually the hype of the show. Now, since Julene, you are our special guest for the show, we want to let you go ahead and choose what you want to talk about.
Oh.
You have a few options.
You get to choose, huh? It's a good thing this podcast is all about choice. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
So, your options are, not a whole lot of options, but you get two. Would you rather talk about Nintendo Switch details and specifics about the launching and expectations?
That's very soon.
Or would you rather talk about what makes a game or a special edition special?
Actually, I'm going to go with this special edition because I haven't done enough homework on the Nintendo Switch.
It's fine.
But honestly, I actually have one of my housemates.
I was going to bring special edition stuff with me today.
I was actually going to Austin because that's the interesting is I have a housemate that I feel like every single game that comes out, they always get a special edition for, and I tend to be more reserved with that kind of stuff. I'm like, if it's something I absolutely love, then sure, I'll pay, $30, $40, almost double, depending on what it is for it. But it needs... in my house. It is in my house. Yes, it is. And I'm really upset because my phone does not fit in it.
Sucks to have an Android. No, it doesn't.
No, I'm very happy.
That's a whole other can of worms.
Yeah,
that's an entirely different podcast.
That was on the episode. You can avoid that comment.
Okay.
Put it in the backlog. Anyway. So, tell us more about this. So, everyone has their different codes now. You can do pre-order bonuses. Pre-order bonuses at Walmart, or separate from Target, or separate from GameStop, or separate from Amazon. And then Amazon exclusive only special edition at Target, and blah, blah, blah. Same one. Do you feel like these are games that we're going to get the core value no matter what? Mm-hmm. And then they add on these packs. Some of them are additional content in game. Some of them are just colors. Some of them are more content that's actually additional to the story. Some of them are, and the list goes on and on. Art books, you name it, statues. What do you feel like is the actual line, the border from what makes a special edition actually special? And what do you think is the border from having too many special editions? Like, do you think there should be a limit, only one special edition and the basic? Or do you think there should be the 3 sets? Here's the base, here's the one with the season pass, here's the one with extra stuff in the season pass. Should they...
Like the deluxe version,
exactly.
The special edition, the extra special edition, the platinum edition.
Feel free to conversate about what you guys think and your opinions about these.
I don't mind the 3-tier system where there's the base game, then there's a special edition, and there's Ultra. I believe Diablo 3 actually did that, and the premium one had an actual Diablo figurine. It was a beautifully detailed figurine, but it's hey, I want to support the game and get a cool t-shirt and stuff, but I don't have the money, for, the figurine that comes with it. It's cool to have an option to know I can still get something special. So I don't mind a system like that. For me, I think one of my biggest problems that I have with a special edition, especially now that we're seeing more things come with downloadable content, is if you're going to give me something, say this is special edition, you're getting it because you got the special edition, and then you're going to roll it out in a DLC or something. Mm-hmm. And to me, that kind of if it's going to be special edition, I want this to be, you bought this, you get this, no one else gets it. Yeah. Honestly, because I went and I spent the extra money for it.
Right.
Agreed. The other thing that I think makes it special is when it's not unlimited copies. A good example would be when Halo 3 came out on the 360, and they had the Master Chief helmet, and it was that thing is awesome. Went out, I pre-ordered it right away because I was Halo 1 was cool, Halo 2 was great, I'll play this on 360. That was a whole different bag of worms for what went wrong with that situation. But I was let's get this helmet. This helmet looks pretty badass. I don't care that I can't wear it, whatever. I'm a grown-up. I can deal with that. And then it's all right, well, we're going to keep taking pre-orders for it. Okay, well, that's kind of weird. Oh, there's hundreds of thousands of copies of this. Okay, well, what the hell is special about it then? Then it's just I'm throwing extra money at the developer. Mm-hmm. So I think if it's trying to really be a limited special edition, it needs to be something that it has a lower production number.
It literally has a limited run.
Yeah. So it's you have to pre-order this in order to actually receive a copy of it. Fallout did with their Pip-Boys. Yep. Destiny did with their Ghost editions. There was another one that I was thinking of that I can't remember right now. But there's examples of where you had to be on the ball. You had to be paying attention. Oh, when I was trying to get Borderlands 2's loot box edition, which came in one of the boxes, and I was I need this. And then had to cancel that pre-order. But it was for good reasons, though. But the fact that like you can't just walk into a store and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go pick this up, 2 months down the road, 4 months down the road. Oh, I'm gonna go pick this up because it's on clearance now at Walmart or whatever. Like having it be something special that's unique to the game and like you said, has something that's unique for the players who invest in. They put the extra money out that you can't get later on down the road as free DLC or even as part of a season pass or anything. I think those would be like the two heavy hitters. And then it's nice when it comes with something that's physical too, besides just the in-game items, which I feel are kind of a cop-out for special editions nowadays.
So I want to clarify that real fast. So you're thinking, if you're speaking to the developers directly themselves, do you think that they should have... Let's get some drinks.
Let's get some games. That'd be awesome.
So you want to have the base game, right?
Yes.
And then you want to have...
Well, yeah, you have to have the base game. There's only one company doing that, pulling that crap.
Are you liking the fact that they're kind of getting in this kind of phase where they're doing the base game, they're doing the special edition, which has the season pass, and then they're doing the collector's edition, which has the base game, season pass, and some like nice
the collectibles
something
stuff,
else.
I think that's totally fine.
Yeah.
I don't see any problem with that model because it's not like it's excluding people. It's giving people who want to spend a little more if they're very invested in it, like the Division, where we picked up the higher tier version of it because it came with the season pass, and like, okay, yeah, let's definitely go with that. And we get a couple extra items because we pay a little more. That's great. Other people can get those items too down the road. It's not that big of a deal for what it was. But then, if I want to spend even more money, I get this watch, I get this bag, I get this booklet.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm okay with them offering a few different versions of special editions. But when it comes to, like, the heavy-hitting special editions, the, like, $150 range, that's when I get a little more...
so what do you feel is the proper price point then for like them including? You want something good. You want to make sure it's good quality. You want to make sure it's a limited amount that is exclusive to you guys. But I mean, what's the proper balance for pricing for that then?
I think it depends on what you're getting. So like for example, look at when Skyrim did their collector's edition, and it came with a fucking dragon, a gigantic dragon.
Yeah,
and it's like that's $100. The game itself was going to be like $50-$60 anyways. And something as elaborate, and because I ended up actually getting that as a gift for a friend.
Nice.
So it's like something that elaborate and detailed. Hell yeah, I'll spend, if you just look at the value of what you wouldn't have spent on the game, $40-$50, I could definitely see something like that being worth that amount of money. Okay. So I think as long as, like, in my opinion, I'm a Fallout fanatic. So being able to get a Pip-Boy that I could get, even if I just got a phone that runs off Wi-Fi, I can get a crappy, phone and pop it in there. But even just to be able to, like, have that on me, I thought that was super cool. To me, that's definitely worth it. So I think part of it is everything is always going to be subjective. Like, is this game really worth that much to you? But I think as long as what they're giving you, if you're going to be up into like up to $100, as long as what you're getting is detailed and in my opinion is limited run, has that adds extra value to it, I think it's worth it.
Right. Now, do you think that there should be a cap or a limit to like how much they should have for a dollar price point?
It depends
on
what they're selling.
I don't think a limit. I think that there should be like a minimum amount of content that you're getting.
Yeah.
But I mean, they can throw as much crap in there as they want, but it should have at least some sort of value of you're getting this, and this in game. You're getting this, and this outside the game. You're getting this, and this as a bonus for ordering the game early or whatever.
Okay, so now it comes up to the question that you're kind of bringing up here: is that what if they have like the special editions where you get the base game for one version, the basic version, and then they have the collector's edition, and there's an edition between with this season pass, but the collector's edition has a statue and it has an art book and it has all the cool stuff, but doesn't include the season pass. How do you feel about that?
I think it would depend on what they're. It would depend on what they're selling.
The quality of the items that come with it. Yeah.
Yeah. If they no offense, I appreciate all the work that's put into the games that I enjoy, but honestly, if they were like collector's edition, $100, doesn't come with the season pass, and you get a fancy art book, I'm going to be completely honest. The art book I will probably look at a few times, but it's not something that I have displayed like my like the statues or figures and things that I get.
I love artwork.
So
that's one of the things that gets me for pre-orders is art books for games.
I enjoy them, but I know that for me, I like displaying a lot more of my things, so it might go up on a bookshelf. But like the Skyrim, we have it is like a shrine to games of special editions. So it has the Pip-Boy, the lunchbox, it has the Skyrim dragon, like
lunchbox?
every.
That's pretty cool.
Oh,
I was gonna ask if you had the lunchbox, and I kind of assumed you would.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
So like it has everything in there, and then even New Vegas, I have the coins, the Vegas coins, and the playing cards, things like that. So for me personally, it's more tangible, like items that I can display. Yeah. So again, like I said, there's always going to be a percentage of what's subjective. If you're really into art books, and that might be totally worth it to you. But for myself, it would need to be a bit more.
Okay, now let me ask this question, since we've answered all those other questions. When it comes to special editions and all extra content you get there, like you won't get anywhere else but this edition. What are some things you'd like to stop seeing in these special boxes? Me, for one, I'm tired of seeing fucking buttons and pins and patches. I'm like, you can get that shit out of here. I don't care about it anymore. Like, I'll make my own. I don't care. I'll go purchase it at some store that does, Hobby Lobby or something like that.
Yeah, I'd want it to be something that felt special and something that, like, I couldn't just go to Hot Topic or Target and go pick up off the shelf.
Yeah.
Or just something that felt a little more unique and definitely needs to be kind of specific to the game and kind of not just, here's T-shirt for the game with the logo. That's great.
That you can find at any
store. I was about to say,
Yeah.
because even if it's not out right then, in like a year, they're going to develop something almost exactly like it that's going to be sold in a Loot Crate.
Someone's going to buy it, take
like
that picture of that, and then mass market and sell
exactly,
it.
Exactly. So I think that's actually the uniqueness of it, is pretty much I can do... I'm not huge on the pens or patches either. Like, it's like, that's cool, I guess. But it's...
You paid $150 for the Skyrim Special Edition. Here's a pack of 5 pencils that have dragons on them.
Oh my gosh.
Fuck you guys.
It's a Trapper Keeper.
Oh my god. Yeah, that'd be a no.
Here's your Uncharted 4 fanny pack for all your hidden maps that you want to take with you.
I don't know. I kind of feel like I would buy that purely just to say, well, I have an Uncharted 4 fanny pack.
That would be the only appropriate fanny pack to ever wear in public.
And then you take out Yu-Gi-Oh cards out of the fanny
pack. Oh, dang. Wow, that went so nerdy. That went a little too far. Now it's not cool again, man. But okay, one of the things that I didn't really care for the most part, was like when people were throwing in like messenger bags or backpack type things.
That's one thing.
A couple exceptions were like Infamous's bag was pretty cool.
That was probably one of my favorite special editions I've ever gotten, because it came with the statue, the game bonus content, and the game that's only for that edition, as well as the actual backpack that he was wearing in the game.
Yeah.
With, of course, some patches, but I didn't really like those patches.
But you put the patches on the backpack.
No, he didn't.
I put him in the zipper and forgot about him.
I was going to say, I think we randomly found him on a shelf when we were moving.
I mean, that was probably one of my favorite special editions I've received because, I mean, one, how much I love that game, but they made you feel connected to the character themselves. Yeah. He's wearing that in the game. I can actually, if I ever wanted to cosplay, I have it literally from the company who made it and designed it. I felt special about that. If you're giving me something that has nothing to do with the game, but it's related to it in some way, sure, I get that, but, I mean... I like being more involved with my characters if I can be, because it just brings that experience more.
And it was nice that you had the backpack, but you also...
That's not a fire, don't worry.
We're fine. But it was the backpack, but it also still had...
that time.
It still had the statue, but it also came with some of the other stuff too. So it wasn't like, here's a backpack. All right, that's cool, I guess. Yeah, I can't find this infamous messenger bag anywhere, but it's still, it's still a messenger bag. Like... Mirror's Edge came out with a special edition that had a messenger bag in it, and I was like, all right, I get it. She wears a messenger bag. That's fine. But
they were trying to find some way to tie it in.
I'm a lot more interested in like the statues, or like you said, the stuff I can put on my shelf and kind of showcase stuff.
And
it's a pretty good statue.
Nice. No, that is.
Yeah,
that's really nice. It has a lot of detail. Mm. Well, especially like that they didn't just give you a standard blank platform.
Yeah.
Like they actually did.
It's a pose.
Exactly. It's posed. The platform has detail on it. It's not just like, oh, here's a character on a black base.
Well, even the paint on his face, like you can see his scars, you can see like skin prints and stuff like that. It's fun.
Yeah. I like his tattoos are really well done.
And that's why I love all the stuff that comes out.
Dust. It's vintage.
It makes it worth more.
Dust from 2 houses ago, probably.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
That's why I like the stuff that comes out for
Really
Fallout
cool.
from Bethesda.
Yeah.
Like my lunchbox is literally the coolest thing ever, and now it's carried out through all the different Fallout games that have come out. It was in 3, it's in 4. Now it's one of the main things that you get when you play like Fallout Shelter. So it's repeated, it's relevant. I really like it, and it's a cool vintage looking thing. And like the Pip-Boy, I mean, if you're a Fallout fan, Fallout fangirl, that's like your dream is to actually own one of those.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's how I feel about my Destiny Ghost Edition. That I have my Ghost sitting up on the shelf. It came with an art book that's like a leather-bound looking book that looks all ancient, and it's got a whole bunch of writing and stuff, which was cool to thumb through for a while. When I got the expansion for Destiny that came with a special edition, went and got that because it came with a strange coin from the game, which was super cool. It's sitting on the shelf right next to my Ghost. It came with another similar style leather-bound book that sits right next to my first one. So yeah, stuff that kind of brings me into the lore of the game and makes me feel like this is real more so than just what I put into the game.
Exactly.
It's what makes it worth it to me.
Brings that fantasy world into more of the reality world for you, and connects you. That's what I look for as well. So, anything else you guys want to like say? If there's some feedback you want to give developers, if there's any questions you'd like to give developers, or even talk to our fans, what you'd recommend if they are looking at special editions, what to consider. Anything else you want to say on the topic?
well, if you're going to have a top tier, I think your top tier should always include a season pass, personally.
Yeah.
Like, even if it means adding on an extra $10-15 or whatever, still it's going to be cheaper than buying the season pass separately. And if I'm already showing you that I'm willing to shell out $100+ for something, I kind of feel like you owe me that solid there. Like, you're like, you know what, you're investing a decent amount. We can make sure that that's included. I think that would be great to see that.
Yeah, agreed.
What I'd like to see more for the special editions is not so much with, there's a lot of stuff I still want to have in that big bundle, that big box, whatever you want to present it in. I want to make sure I can have a statue or whatever, something really cool. But I like to also represent the fact that I've been a special person who purchased that. I want to show that I spent my money, I went above and beyond. I'm still playing this game, supporting it. Something that they give you like maybe a year into release or 6 months into release, saying, for all the people who purchased this special bundle, at 6 months you get this as well. Or like at a year you get this, or at 3 months you get this, to where it's, you get the season pass, but if you also get the season pass with that special edition, you also get this. So I think that's where it's a bigger support to them.
I feel like that would be really cool, but I wouldn't tie it to special editions necessarily. I would say if you bought our game day one and we're playing, you're going to get extra bonuses throughout the year.
If this is based
on...
on...
within the first week or two, then you get extra updates and that kind of stuff. Because tying it specifically to a limited edition or a special edition would kind of put people off a little bit.
I would say it ties it to the money, and so it ties who can afford this bit. If you're a fan and you're buying and you're there, midnight release, back in the day when we used to do more of that, you're there midnight release for it, or you pre-order it and you make sure to get it.
Releases. Thank you, East Coast. That's the best thing that's happened.
But you're there doing that, like, you want to celebrate everyone, the fans that are that dedicated to it, and so I think if you were to do it to, the fans that got the special edition, that kind of sucks for the people who would have probably liked to but just couldn't.
Right.
Okay.
But I like that idea, though. I think that's an interesting idea to do.